Welcome back to another episode of Aussie Bucking. I've got my oldest son here today, Travis. Now, Travis has got a chainsaw. Travis, what do you own?
A Stihl 211.
What do you do with it?
Cut firewood for me fireplace.
Yeah? So, Travis is in Emerald, Queensland, and it's a pretty hot place, but it does get cold every now and then. So, how much timber do you go through, Travis, with the with your fireplace?
Probably 3 to 4 8x4 trailer loads.
Yeah?
So, I guess that'd be a few ton.
Yeah, so how long you had the saw for, your saw?
15 years.
Yep. So what's the biggest CC chainsaw you ever used?
This one here.
That's right. So he's never been on a big saw before. And so I threw him, or Tyson and I threw him on some bigger saws today for the first time. As you can see in the action, him using for the first time. He's not quite used to, sort of bucking right in, as I'm going to say. But Travis, you've used both saws, so which one do you feel was better?
Well, I've had a Stihl my whole life and thought that was the only way to go. But I must admit the Husqvarna goes well. Ergonomically, it's probably the better saw. It's a lot easier to hold. No vibration. You're not fighting it. Whereas I feel I fight with the Stihl a bit more.
Yeah, you fought with it. Yeah, we can see that, and you'll see in the video. It's bogging down a little bit, and that's what they do. I feel too. Other guys have their opinion. Everyone has their opinion, but I feel that they just haven't got the torque like the Huskies got to keep it running through the timber. Yeah, is that what you felt today, Travis?
Yeah, I felt that.
Yeah, you can feel it, eh? And they're both the same size. They're 20-inch bars on them. And they've both got good chains, brand new chains, or pretty new now. But they're both sharp and the same. The rakers did get taken down on the Stihl this morning. 2 swipes off the rakers, because we need to get it to work just a bit harder. So, yeah, Trav. So if you had a choice of buying one now, what would you buy, you think, after having that Husky in your hands?
It'd be a big decision. I might have to use the Husky a bit more to...
That's a good answer. Yeah. Once you're a Stihl man, you're pretty well Stihl man for life, just like anything. Yeah.
I'll go through a few more logs and with the Husky and probably make a decision at the end of the day I'll be able to get back to you with.
Yeah, good on you, Travis, yeah. When reviewing this footage of this Stihl working, we noticed the dogs, the bottom dog on the chainsaw was actually touching the timber and causing it to bog. This is what we seem to think anyway. Just leave in your comments just what your thoughts are on that, if there is an issue with that Stihl, dogs being too long and causing issues. So yeah, great to hear some comments on that. So Travis actually works in the mine where he comes from in Emerald. And as you see, he's a dragline operator. He has been for a little while now, but he started as a young child, or very young, with machines, a D2 a Caterpillar dozer he started on when he was about probably 5 or 6 years old on the farm. So machines is nothing for him, and you can see he swings it really nicely with either little or big. So Melissa, here she is, first time splitting some timber, but this is actually my daughter-in-law and Travis's wife, obviously. So yeah, we threw her in the deep end too and let her do some work with us. She did really good. So it's the next day, and Travis has run both the saws pretty hard now. Put probably two tankfuls through both the saws in very hard timber, I'm going to say. So it's stringy bark mostly we've got here, and it's been aged for 12 months at the back there, ready for firewood. But Travis, your conclusion, which one would you actually buy if you had a choice of saws?
I like both saws, but I think the Husky trumps it all.
Trumps it why?
Revs harder, doesn't bog. It seems I can push it as hard as I can, and it won't bog or stall on me.
Even though it's 10 cc down, that Husqvarna.
Yeah, yep.
You still reckon that is
yep.
It feels more powerful, just more usable.
Yeah, it feels like it revs harder, much more usable. The Husky seems to be the better saw. Yeah, amazing, eh? Yeah. Amazing. You wouldn't believe it.
You wouldn't believe it. He's Travis, you are a
Stihl man. Yeah, always.
Always, yeah. Always will be, reckons too.
Yeah.
It has a saying about if you go and buy a Husky, you'd have to walk into some sort of funny bar to go and buy one. I won't say what that is, but yeah.
It'd be like walking into a very strange bar.
That's right.
Full of blokes.
Full of blokes, that's right. Nothing's wrong with that, but anyway, that's what he says.
But,
he reckons he might be able to buy one day. So you'd go for the same saw, Travis, that same size saw, or you go for something bigger or something smaller?
No, that size seems good.
Yeah, it is a good saw.
Yeah, good all rounder.
Yeah.
Nothing bigger. I don't need anything bigger for the timber work that I do. So mainly lance wood, and it's all sort of a bit smallish. Yeah, but it's, I'm going to have to wait for the Stihl to die. 15 years old now, and I'll probably be 60 by then.
You reckon, eh?
So
push it hard.
Yeah, it'll have to be a special occasion to go out and own a Husky, I think.
Well, thanks, Trav. Anyway, we really enjoyed having you with us cutting timber for a couple of days.
That's right.
Really enjoyable. And thanks for watching. And we'll see you next round.